What's going on, everyone? Talon here, and welcome to another DC Unchained video. Alright, so I'm going to be going over Harley Quinn today. As you can see, I only have her at A rank. I have not gotten her to S rank yet. So I decided I'm just going to be doing these videos when I get the characters to level 60 and at least A rank. Because I know I'm not going to be getting a ton of these gold cards, so getting a lot of characters to S rank doesn't really seem too feasible as of right now. And this, of course, is going to be a kind of early impressions of Harley Quinn here, because as you can see, I do not have her fully maxed out. So this is just going to be kind of my opinion on the character after playing her for quite a while now at A rank. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. So we'll start off with her unique skill here, which has her leadership and her team member team up ability. So her leadership is it's going to increase the infinity bonus by, it starts at 10%. I have her at level 2 right now. I leveled up her leadership for the guide. And then it gives you that 20% bonus if your team is composed of characters that do not share the same type. That's a running theme for a lot of these abilities. And then for the team member bonus, you're going to have increased power, technique, agility, vitality, and mentality of all allies by 20 if the team is composed of characters that do not share types. And I really like that team member bonus that she has right there. It seems really strong. Because if you check out the stats here, that's basically all of the main stats here you're going to have a 20 boost on, or you're going to have plus 24. So I see that being quite valuable. So I like her better as a team member opposed to a team leader, because you do not get both of these. So if you have her as a leader, you're not going to also get the team member bonus. So I kind of like having her as a team member instead of the leader to get that nice bonus. Alright, so let's go ahead and look at, well actually let's look at her passive skills here first. So these are the two that I like to use when I'm doing just regular PvE content, when I'm just kind of farming or questing, because they're very nice to have. This fighting spirit right here decreases the attack power of nearby enemies by 20% if there are 4 or more enemies, and usually you're going to have 4 or more enemies when you're doing the Unchained farming, doing the Unchained missions. So this is actually quite valuable in increasing her survivability, because she's going to be taking a lot less damage from the enemies. So I find that this really helps her just survive through most of the Unchained fights without even having to use any health potions. So it's quite noticeable compared to when I'm using other characters. And then over here we recover 10% of our max HP for every 8 enemies we defeat. So it's just a nice little HP recovery right there. And I like to have that on when I'm questing, just so I can kind of just set my phone to the side when it's on auto, and she usually can just solo it on her own. But if you're going to be using her for PvP, of course you're going to probably want to use this one right here, the Basics Mastery, which gets you a 15% increase to attack power for your normal attacks, so that's really nice, especially since neither of the two that I have equipped right now is going to benefit you at all during PvP, because you're not going to have 4 or more enemies on the field at the same time, and then you're not going to be defeating 8 enemies. And then the Lucky Day, where she gets the extra SP and XP at the start of a mission, does not apply in PvP. So you can use that in PvE if you want to just have basically max starting SP and XP. And then the Synergy here recovers EX by 5 per second when her SP gauge is at 50% or more, which I can also see this being quite valuable if you're using a EX skill. But as of right now, I find that these two that I have equipped seem to be the best when I am questing. So now we'll go ahead and look at her active skills here. So the skills that I have equipped right now are the ones that I like to use when I'm doing PvE content. So we have the Spinning Hammer, which is really nice because it has a good AoE on it, so it usually catches quite a few enemies. We have the Puddin' Time, which is when she calls on her Circus Mace to throw just whatever they can onto the field there, and it damages enemies. So that's really nice because you get some consistent damage, and it lasts for a good amount of time. I want to say it lasts for like 10 seconds. And then we have the Hot Bullet, which she basically jumps on top of the enemy and just starts braining them in the head with bullets, which is pretty nice. So you get a nice amount of damage with that attack. And then we have down here that Pie Anyone is the other skill that I have equipped that I have unlocked right now, which I do like this skill because it does a lot of damage. As you can see here, it does 300 to 350% of attack power, so it is one of her more damaging single target attacks. but it tends to miss a lot. I find the targeting is really weird on it, but when it does connect, it's really nice. And I think she only misses because she dashes forward a lot when she uses this skill. And then the one that we don't have unlocked, because we don't have her at S rank, is the Wear 2, where she pretty much just rides like a mini nuke and just blows up half of the field. So let's go ahead and take a look at these real fast in the skill trial before I go ahead and jump into some gameplay with her. Okay, so go ahead and show you right now. So this pie me attack, as you can see, she dashes forward quite far, and then you do have to wait for the pie to explode there, but it does do a lot of damage. So that is really nice about that attack. So I do like actually having this skill equipped when I'm doing PvP, because it's super quick and she just attaches that pie to the enemy, so it usually doesn't get canceled out or guard broken. So it's really nice to use in PvP, and I usually use that skill over the circus one, whichever, where is it, this one right here, because it is a little slow for her to call in the attack. And then as you can see, all this junk comes raining down, so this is nice for questing, but not very useful in PvP because it takes a while to activate, so it can be cancelled out quite easily if the enemy hits you. And then the skill that I do not have right here, she basically rides this big nuke, and boom, it does a lot of damage as well. It has a high multiplier just like the pie attack, and I could see this being useful in PvP, except that, as you can see right here, it is a little slow to animate, so I could see it getting interrupted quite easily. So that's why I'm not in too much of a rush to get her to S rank, because I don't really think I'm going to need this skill all too much with her, especially since it is an EX skill. It uses up 40 EX, so I find if I'm going to use an EX skill, I just like the carnival attack here. It uses less EX, 30, and it hits a lot more area. And I think over time it'll probably do around the same damage as the 5th skill would. Then also something that's pretty cool about Harley, I don't know if you would ever use it though, is you can actually chain her first skill with her normal attacks. So as you can see here with her normal attacks, she beats them around a little bit with the hammer. If you actually push the first skill while she has the hammer out during the normal attack string, it does combo into a different animation. So let's see if we can't get that. Oh, I hit it a little too soon there. It's kind of weird, the timing, because you have to have the hammer out when she's doing the normal attacks. Oh, come on. I just got it when I was practicing it. Nope. She does not want to... Alright, come on. Bump, bump, bump. Nope. I'm trying to get it right when... because there's two different ones, so alright. Nope. Alright, we might be here a while. Why can't I get this right now? I'm telling you, there is a different one. There's one. Alright, so as you can see, she just kind of brains them with the hammer, so it's more of a single target type thing, so I can only really see this being useful in like PvP if you're playing manually. So just go like that, get a lot of single target damage in instead of spinning. I still like the spin more than that. And then there's one other one, so right there where she just keeps rapidly pounding on the ground. So I thought it was just cool that they added that in, but you do have to work kind of to get that to happen. So it's not too practical, but it's fun to use. And like I said, it could be like a style thing if you want to use it in PvP or something like that, because it'll probably do more damage than just the regular spin here. But anyway, that is her skills. So now we're going to go ahead and jump into a little bit of gameplay with her. Alright, so here we have the AI battle, so this will be a nice place to just try her out in PvP quickly. Let's see, we have a level 9 here, so we're probably going to have all S ranks, so it'll be perfect to show her off. So we'll be fighting level 60s. So let's see how she can do against Ares here. That's going to be type disadvantage though, so we'll see what we can do. Hopefully it won't be too bad. Alright, so let's see what we got. Yes, he is S rank, so let's go ahead and put a pie on him. Oh, he stunned us. Blow up pie. Thank you. Then we'll go ahead and jump up here. And yeah, I did switch Harley to my PvP setup with her, which is basically just changing around the second skill for the pie, and then changing her passive for the normal attack damage. So that's what's fun about the pie, is you can use it from quite far away because she dashes all the way across the map just to get to the enemy. Oh, we switch characters. That's not good. Alright, have a pie. And the pie slows them down and also decreases their attack while it's attached to them. After it explodes, the effect is going to... Oh, we missed with the pie there. If the pie is quite random, though, if it actually hits the enemy, I will say that. Alright, I guess we'll switch out here just to finish this fight off a little bit. Oh, he canceled out my attack, did he? Alright, well, let's get some more bleed damage on him. Alright. Wow, we're stunned again. He has a lot of... Larfeeze has a lot of stuns on his attacks, which can be a little annoying. Alright, now I guess we'll switch to Mira. Actually, no, we could switch to Harley, because then we'll have type advantage, so let's see how that works. Well, alright, calm down there. Stop freezing me. There. No, what? I didn't even tell you to switch, game. Come on. I wanted to switch to Harley. Alright. This time we switch to Harley. Alright, let's just have it prepped. There we go. Alright, we'll heal up, and we'll get frozen immediately. Alright, have a pie. Slow you down instead of slowing me down. We hit him with the hammer at the end there. Yeah, the last part of the... Okay, chill, Ares. Well, anyway, that was a good enough showing for Harley there. Just got a little distracted at the end there. And also, it's really weird for PvP. You do a lot better if you have them on auto than opposed to playing them manually, which I'm not sure why, because on auto you don't nearly get your attacks canceled out as much as on manual, so you're landing a lot more hits, so it's a lot easier to deal with them on auto. But anyway, that was just a nice quick showing of Harley there for the PvP, so now let's jump into a little PvE content. Alright, so here we're going to try out the hard mode for the Fortress of Solitude on the Unchained missions, so let's go ahead and hop into that, and we're just going to let Harley do this on auto and see how far she can get through. She should be okay though, so let's see how she does. I switched out her second skill again for the pudding time, so I have her set up as my PvE build right now, and of course the two passives are set back to what I had shown in the beginning. And what's really nice about her first skill, the hammer skill, it has a very quick cooldown, so she's able to use it quite frequently in the fight. And as you can see with all those multiple hits from the second skill there, where they start raining down all that debris, it helps to fill your SP meter up quite quickly, so she usually doesn't have much issue keeping her SP meter at a reasonable level. Hey, she actually went for the box. Man, those laser guys, though, the Kryptonian defensive bots #2, I think they are. Those things do so much damage with those lasers. It's ridiculous. All right, I guess we'll let Mira clear out a little bit of them here, and then we'll switch back. So let's go ahead and get through here. Alright, let's switch back over to Harley. We'll heal her back up and let her keep going. Alright, she's calling for the boys. Throw those baseball bats, throw the popcorn, throw everything, whatever you can get your hands on. Oh gosh, there's more of the laser guys. Yeah, she normally survives a lot better than this if those laser guys aren't here, I will say that. Because I do a lot of questing with her on just Fortress of Solitude here, and when I get any of the other maps without those guys, it's a lot easier. But then again, I usually also do it in a group of 3, so I definitely don't recommend doing any of these solo because you lose out on EXP bonuses. Alright, so the Kryptonian robot number 3, those are the ones that I don't like, because that's just one of those big lasers. And I could see the bomb skill being viable here instead of having the pudding time. Okay, there we go. So we took down the robot, so not too bad. We did switch there once and we used both of the potions, but then again, this was on single player, and she is not S rank yet, she is just A rank. So overall, what do we get? Oh, we finally found a special mission. Either I've been having really bad luck with those, or they just don't drop very often, but I've gone like 200 plus missions without getting one of those. So I've gone days without even finding one of those, which is kind of ridiculous, because I do play this quite often. But anyway, so as I was saying, my impressions of Harley is I think she's a really solid PvE character. She has potential for PvP, but I don't see her being one of the top PvP characters. She only has like a few good skills for PvP, and she does get guard broken quite easily, so there is that issue. But for PvP, she seems to be able to hold her own quite easily. She has good survivability, especially from her passives. And then also at S rank, I do think that skill Wear 2 is going to be good in PvP or PvE because it does massive damage, and it has a good radius on it for the splash damage when she does the attack. So it definitely is going to be more useful, I think, than well, maybe more useful than pudding time. I just don't like the EX cost difference, because the 40 EX means you're probably going to be out of EX most of the fight, and you won't be able to switch if needed. So that's pretty much my only issue with the EX based skills, and why I'm not always too favorable of the EX skills, is because it kind of hurts you if you need to switch out, or if you've like run out of potions and you need to try to switch out. You can be in trouble that way because you have to land hits to build up your EX meter, so if you're at low health, it's going to be really tough to do. But anyway, overall, I think Harley looks like a very solid character. She's well-rounded, she has good survivability, seems like she has good damage. But like I said, this is just my early impressions of the character. I don't have her maxed out. I have her up to 9 with the Valorium here. If we check out her stats, because I haven't shown that yet, we do only have her at 23% skill cooldown and 11% SP cost efficiency. Ideally, you want to get those two maxed out. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video here on Harley. So let me know what you think. Let me know if I missed something that you wanted me to go over. So yeah, just let me know if you want me to talk about different things when I go over the characters or not. And yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.